Okay, so for your answer, hopefully you got x is 294. So they told us that y was 21 when x was 3. So there you go. Y was 21 when x was 3. And then they asked you to find x whenever y was 42. So then you had to make sure you cross multiplied and then divided that number by 3, and you would have gotten 294. So after that, we are done with this slide. So you're going to take this, fold it up, paste it into your journals. This should be page 30. I don't remember what I said yesterday. It's either 36 or 37. Either way, it's right after proportional relationships. And that's going to be the title, Direct Variation. So once you have that pasted in, I'll just kind of lead you through this paper, this double-sided paper, because here's one side, here's the other side. There's 3 graphs on the back. Okay, so just make sure that your name is on one of those sides. Okay, and then go ahead and on number 2, you can just cross number 2 out. We're not going to worry about that. Okay, but on number 1, it's really similar to the same question is on our slide. It says which equation is not an example of direct variation. So that's going to be just like we did right here. On this next one right here, it says name the constant of variations, or in other words, name the k, or in other words, the slope. Okay, for each equation. So pretty much just like we did on the notes right here. Because k and m, they're the same thing. They both mean slope. All right, so then after that, they give you a series of problems, 6 through 10, and they say write a direct variation equation that relates to the 2 variables, then solve. So on each of these, you have to make sure you do this setup. I need to see this setup with the little box and the 6 little boxes inside of it. I need to see what varies directly with what, and then make sure you set up your proportions. Make sure I can see which numbers you're trying to cross multiply and divide. Oh no, my lights. Okay, whatever. So make sure you do this on all of these. Ooh. And then I'll go ahead and do an example with you if need be. So let me get these lights really quick because this is going to make me very angry. Okay, sorry. So let's do number 8 together. So it says, suppose that V varies directly with G. So anytime they mention whatever letter that they mention first, that always has to go on top. And then the second letter that they mention has to go on bottom. And then they say that V equals 36 when G equals 4. Find V whenever G equals 11. So V equals 36, that's going to have to go where? Since it's a V, it has to go on top. And then since this is a G, because it says when G equals 4, that goes on the bottom. And then they say find V whenever G equals 11. So we're missing this V right here. And then they gave us that this little G right here is 11. So make sure you cross multiply and then divide whatever that number is by 4, you will get your answer. All right, pretty easy setup for that. Don't let this fraction right here slip you up or anything like that. Just treat it as if it was just a regular old number. We know how to type in fractions on the calculator. And then, sorry, on the graphs section, so it says that the mountain, well, I'm not gonna even bother reading that one because that one should be pretty doable, because all they want you to do is just find the slope, basically. All right, so you can just solve that by just regular old slope stuff, okay? But I am gonna do one of them. I'm not gonna do this one because we have all these points available. I'm gonna do something like this one where we only have 2 points that look like they're available to us. All right, so it says the number of cars built varies directly as the number of hours the production line operates. What is the ratio of cars built to hours of production? So they're literally just asking you for the slope of this line. Okay, so if that's the case, we can go ahead and just do rise over run for this. Okay, we don't have to make anything super complicated out of this. So the way that we can do this is just by taking a y, putting it right over our x. Okay, so let's see. I see this portion right here. And let's go ahead and make a right triangle out of this. Okay, so as far as my rise and my run, what did I have to rise by? All right, so at first it looks like just 3 boxes, but if you look at the y increments, how much is each box worth? Because we went from 0 to 20 to 40 to 60. Great, each box is worth 20, okay? So 20, 40, 60, that's 3 jumps. So that means that's 3 sets of 20, correct? Which is just 60. And then after that, how many boxes did you have to run? Just 1. And each of those jumps on there was just worth 1. So 60 over 1, which can just simplify to 60. There's your answer. So basically, this is going to say, and I want to make sure y'all do this as well, as time went by, they were able to build this many cars. So as 1 hour went by, they were able to make 60 cars. So we'll say 60 cars per hour. Okay, do that same exact process on this one. So make sure you rise over run, get your answer, and then make sure you put something like this. So number of carpets per dollar or whatever. And then right here, do the same thing as what you did on here as well. So cable lengths versus time, okay?